So here's the tank as we found it when we first walked in the door to address their initial problem. And here it is afterwards with a lighting makeover and problem addressed, everyone's happy. In the video we won't address this, but we did want to show it to you. The plumbing was, well, we'll call it less than optimal, and since it all had to come out to address the problem they were having, we decided to make a quick trip to the hardware store and, with the existing components and a few cheap pieces, make it make a little more sense. So let's get to why we're here. So here it is, the leaky bulkhead that got us the call for this job in the first place. As you can see, it's been leaking for a while, and because it's our main seal, we need to drain the tank. So into the bucket it goes. Now we remove the decorations, and because there's potential for beneficial bacteria to exist on them, we keep as much of the decoration wet as possible to ensure its survival for later. Now, because this tank had an extremely large footprint, we felt net collection would be too stressful, so after a very graceful entry into the tank, we hand collect the animals. Now, we don't recommend hand collection in any instance where an animal can harm you, such as a lionfish or a rabbitfish, where they're venomous and have pokey spines. In this case, none of those existed, and it was the best means to get them safely aerated in a bucket. Now we have access to the plumbing that was causing us a problem in the first place. We can go back down below and remove the hose clamp, and then once it's out of the way, remove the hose, draining the last of the water in that line. Now, because this tank had very small access holes to the bottom of the fittings and the amount of salt on that fitting, we could not loosen the bulkhead by any other means. So we use a plunge cutter to cut it from the top, being careful not to get our fingers in the process. And then once that's free, address the small access hole with a hole saw, cutting it to a larger diameter for access later. Now that that's all been addressed, we go back to the top of the tank and drop in our new fitting. Then we head back below and put our bulkhead nut on. And then once that's on, we hand tighten and come back with wrenches and cinch it up just a bit. Now, be careful not to go crazy with the wrenches here, as you can potentially deform your bulkhead gasket, causing a leaky seal later. Now that everything is back in place and we've reversed the steps to get here, we add water back to the tank, and then once the tank is nearly full, we are going to acclimate our fish back to the new chemistry, and then once they're acclimated to that new chemistry, we add them back to the tank. Now that we have happy fish in our tank, we are all done. If you have questions, comments, or need help with something similar or even something different, feel free to contact us at happyfishaz.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.